Hello everyone. In my episode, I haven't recorded an episode for ages. However, I've made loads of shorts because that's the only way I could do it. I was thinking, should I record or not, but I decided to do. I'm on my break at work in this lovely, cold, beautiful area that you can enjoy. Therefore, I'm going to be quick. Let's start. What I wanted to talk about today is two things. First is a sweater. So let's focus on that, and the second after that. And if I have any excuses and stuff like that, I'll tell you at the end, because let's go into the thing. I have knitted and finished this sweater. This is a Santa Baby free knitting pattern. You can find it on Ravelry. It leads you to Ficolana, I hope I'm saying it right, website, which is a yarn brand. I did not go with that. I went with my stash that I purchased this yarn ages ago. What it is, maybe at the end. What I was focusing on first is that I want to have a Christmas jumper, a color work one, because I've designed it one, which is not a color work, this one. So that's Wishes and Dreams sweater, which I love, but it didn't give that kind of a little bit of an impact into it. And any day I was wearing it, when we have a Christmas, you know yourself, even those people who are struggling with finances and stuff like that, they will put the heat on a Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day, so you will take your precious sweater off. Therefore, I decided that I'm going to knit Santa Baby, but I'll modify it and I will have a cropped version. Therefore, it is cropped. That's what it's called. It's cropped because it's not going towards my hips. It's finished just above my belly button, in case you are wondering. And the idea was that I have a dress that I would put underneath it. And if I can, I'll put some shorts over here. Hello, I have started. I frogged a little bit. However, I started with the new ball, just in case not to worry too much about the bumble. Anyway, I'm knitting size extra large, so 4, just in case I forget at some stage. Anyway, I cast on, did a few rounds, did short rows, and I'm working from the chart. I'm showing a little bit quickly here because it's free pattern, so you can check it out. This is Santa Baby, and the yarn recommendation for Ficolana. It's a yarn brand, and designer over here Hannah Rinman, and it has been translated by June Thompson. I hope I'm saying it right. 3rd edition, December 2022. And then I switched to my jumper. So this is what I have from Santa Baby, my Christmas jumper, let's call it that way. And as you can see, I use this kind of navy color and these gray color for the body. I'm not sure where's the front or where's the top, but there was a short shaping, so far, do you like it? Hello, my friend. I have maybe 30 minutes of knitting. We shall see how far I can go, and I have noticed I made a boo-boo. What does it mean, boo-boo in color work? That you missed something. I missed something, and it's so obvious that I'm kind of so aware of that. So anyway, if you see on the motif over here, you may see that there should be a tree, and it should have a trunk. I think that's the thing, that's the word, isn't it? And I forgot one stitch. Therefore, either I could frog, no, not a chance. Therefore, it's a double stitching, that's how we call it, that you take a yarn and you then use tapestry needle and to do this, right? I may. And I had third idea, maybe I'll make a red bow, like, you know, the Christmas decoration on my tree once I finish it. We shall see how it goes. Although having a bow all around the yoke, let me know your thoughts or maybe other ideas. Let's talk about floats. So I'm knitting a top-down sweater, Santa Baby is a free pattern, so check it out if you're interested. And over here we have some rounds that you need to do loads of catching floats thing. For instance, there are a few rounds that you have 5 and 7 stitches, 5 one color, 7 on different color. And if you're interested in how I do the switching and grabbing those floats, check my previous short and actually pay attention, because that's what I could when I was in the car, just put the camera on the net over my head. But that's how I do it. I'm just switching the colors my one hand to catch those floats, and I like to do it in the middle of each. I would knit 4 stitches without catching, but with 5 stitches I would catch the middle one. Anyway, let me know, how do you catch the floats? Do you like the floats? And do you like the maybe easy flow of the color work pattern if you're knitting anything? So let me know down below. Bye. I'm so afraid, I am petrified. So I have holders, so that'll be fine with the sleeves, but with the front, oh, I think that's only 60 centimeters cable. Anyway, let's do. Ah! I don't want to have live stitches. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. You. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, I think it's live. It's live stitches. Sleeves. Oh, perfecto. They probably will even stretch a little bit, but I want to have it a little bit, you know, a room over here. It's designed though, and this is a Santa Baby free pattern, Phil Kalana website, but you can go through Ravelry to have it fitted, but I did not want that. So I went with extra large, size 4. There's 5 sizes actually. Hello everyone, I'm knitting on Santa Baby free knitting pattern by Phil Kalana. It's on the website, that's not the designer. By all means is a yarn brand. I don't have their yarn. I had to substitute, let's call it that way. Basically picked what I have in my stash, and I'm knitting this in navy. I think that's the navy, right? And I would love to put it on and see how long it is, but at this stage I'm thinking, like, even if it be short, probably shorter than longer, I would say now. I'm already started knitting a ribbing, so I'm going to knit a ribbing and then I'm going to try it on and we shall see, is it cropped or not. Yeah, so that's that, and I have another short for you in regards some knitting toys again, because my little one loves to cook soup. Yes, I am on my break. Maybe you haven't seen these ever, because I never put it as a finished object on my channel, but it's a headband. I made it a few years ago. Anyway, I am knitting on this sweater, ladies and gentlemen, which has a classic construction from perspective of the body in the pattern. However, I'm knitting it with completely different idea. Therefore, either it will be brilliant success or complete disaster. I'm going with the cropped, and I'm going with the cropped sleeves, straight sleeves. I'm doing the sleeve over here, oh no, this one, finishing. I'm on this one too. So finger crossed. What do you reckon? Christmas jumper in a cropped version. How will that look like? I think over the dress, I have a brown dress. Will it look nice or not? We shall see one day. Bye. So a few shorts that I recorded how I was knitting, and maybe I was talking through it so you know more that I don't really remember. Basically there's a top-down sweater and the pattern looks like this. Therefore, as you can see, it's a standard construction, very fitted sweater with a different color over here. Obviously, it's not cropped, it's full down, full sleeves, but you knew my idea was a cropped to wear it into above, not underneath, above the dress, and hopefully to work that in the room when it's heating on. I will not take it off, so I will have a nice photos. Taken. The best thing in regards to knitting a cropped sweater is that you will use less yarn, therefore you can go for the better quality if your budget is not going that direction for the full sweater, or you can even stick with the materials you were using and then even pay less. Also, it gives you an idea that, well, it gives you an option that if you don't like the cropped at the end, you can always make it bigger. I could literally put back on knitting needles and knit it longer. I don't like the sleeves, I can knit them longer, and so on if I had the yarn. So that's brilliant, isn't it? So cropped sweater, less time consuming, so it's a quicker to knit. Second, it's budget friendly, it's quality yarn friendly. You can go a little bit higher in your expectations for the yarn if you want to. It will work beautifully with a high-waisted bottom. So we're talking skirts, dresses, trousers. I checked that. You see, this is not. So over here is my thing. But I think it's not bad, isn't it? Some people say though that you have to get to the certain point to achieve a good look. Therefore, some disadvantages would be like, you know, if your gauge is mixed, you know, it might be visible. But you know, if you're using dark yarn like I did, even if you had, I'm not just saying I'm having a different gauges over here, but I don't think so too much. I would not worry about that too much. For me, what I have noticed also, it gives me two other advantages. One, I call it a break sweater. Basically, when I fold it, I know it's kind of thick because 100% yarn. I'm going to tell you about the yarn later. I still can fold it, put it to my bag and bring it to work. So when it's like this, I can put actually something that I really like and I really feel good wearing. Not my working clothes. Also, because you may know that I have a almost 10 months baby and I'm breastfeeding. So it's really brilliant for breastfeeding. Either I'm lifting up and it's a small amount of material gathered, or I'm just putting it over my head. So, you know, it's, you know, and it's perfect. And so those two things for breastfeeding or milk, what's the word? You know, you have a pump, you get the milk out. Then you can cover it up and no one can see anything, even if they're in the room. So that's plus for me too. Yay. Obviously, weather condition, I live in Ireland, therefore the winters are not very cold over here. Obviously, you know, there's hands exposure and some belly exposure. So if you're in the cooler climate, obviously take that for consideration, that you may only wear it inside, like, you know, just to hop into the car and go somewhere for like special events. But for me, I think it's an everyday sweater because it's not that cold, and even if I put a big jacket on me, I'm roasting in Ireland. So I think it's perfect and I love it. I'm going to make more. I definitely am going to make more sweaters. I would need to get some yarn quantities yarns though, but we shall see. At the moment, that's that. I think that's all that I want to say. Let me see. So this knit is very satisfying. It goes well with many high-waisted clothes, which I think I quite look good in, I think. I'm still not there yet. I'm not in the way that I know my style, I know what suits me and so on, but I'm thinking this might be. Obviously to get to the certain points, it's really nice because it's easier in this pattern because it's top down. So while you're knitting it, you can put it on and you can check it yourself. If you're knitting with 100% wool like I did, the tendency of 100% wool, from perspective wool, like a standard average sheep, not like your mix brands, did I say it right? Breeds, sorry. Then you know, you can have a mixture. Some yarns will really stretch. I knitted oversized because I wanted to have a room. I wanted to have spare things to put it underneath. And obviously underneath I could put also a shirt and be more fancy because I changed also the color. So let me go through, okay, I'm just going around the place, but let me tell you because I'm holding it already. I use Knit Picks, Wool of Andes, Dove Heather, and this is worsted, but I sew that in 50 grams is 110 yards. It's an American, so I had to just change, you know, figure out how many meters that is, then 100 meters, sorry. So 200 meters in 100 grams, which for me kind of gives me DK. And it is 100% Peruvian highline wool, so it is kind of, you know, I think it's nice. It's not scratchy for me, I really like it. It's very like, you know, you can pat it. Sometimes if it gets scratchy, they're like, you're not really, you know, like you just, okay, that's it. But this you can actually, yeah, it's your friend. So I used the color, this one is Dove Heather, and this one is Sapphire Heather, I hope I'm saying it right. So these two, I do have more yarn because that was like a big sale, and my friend just sent me also extra gifts and stuff like a few years ago. If you watch my episodes, like even previous episodes, so, you know, you will probably find out when that was. So that's in regards to the sweater. Anything else? Give me a sec. I told you about yarn. The needles I used 4 millimeters and 3.5. When you start, just starting from the casting on over here, you make some short road shaping. I think, hopefully I said that on the shorts. You have a color work. I did not mention, I mentioned 5 and I think 7 stitches in regards like catching floats, but actually over here you have 9 and 1, so it's a 10 stitch repeat over here. So it is kind of difficult, I would say, from that perspective. I would more enjoy it if it was, you know, like maybe like 5 and 6, maybe 5, you know, but you know, you would not get this effect, right? So there's something for something, and so it took a little bit of a while, and especially as you know, I have 2 kiddos now, so, but still worth it. I made a mistake and I was thinking, should I correct it? Should I make bubbles? So at the moment there's spaces, just at the moment what I've noticed. Maybe you will notice more. Are there any more mistakes? So I missed this, but I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going with those sentences that the people say that only God is perfect. So I'm keeping it. Or I can say this is my unique, and what I was always saying, it's my personal signature over here. So no one ever probably will go to knit the sweater this way, that they're going to forget this piece and the rest will be fine. So that's how we'll recognize, or you can recognize my sweater in a few years' time. The other thing, I've knitting carrots. I'm obsessed with carrots. I'm actually have another one on the go. Why I'm obsessed with carrots? Because I found like leftover yarns. I want to make more space, basically. And this yarn, it was like white, and I dyed it with onion peels and tea, and I was hoping for brown, but it did not work out brown. Therefore I thought it's too close to my body, and if I knit anything with it, people would think I'm naked or something. Therefore I left it, and I found it, and it was perfect for carrots. And it's a brilliant idea if you haven't knitted a carrot. Hopefully I have already uploaded the tutorial, 27 minutes. Basically, I'm telling it's improver. I'm not a good in making tutorials or creating tutorials, but I made tutorials how to knit a carrot, just kind of more like knit with me thing for improver knitter. So even though if I'm not saying what I'm doing or I'm doing what I'm not saying, you can figure it out yourself. Hope you're going to enjoy it. The best game ever is to hide carrots in the sofa and they start pulling them out and make them different shapes and length, so you can play, like, let's say who's going to take out the longer one, the shorter one, maybe make a soup, or maybe what we did, a juice with the carrots, or what else we do with the carrots. Or if you or your family members love what I've heard of is a hobby horse, you can give it to a horse. So I think there are plenty of things you can do with them, and I think it's a brilliant idea to knit them and also to use up the leftover yarn and also those little scraps and little bits. I wanted to show you, and I'm just wasting time, these bits, right? So I had a full bag and now I have that much. So yeah, making some space. Oh, so I can show you from the tutorial how the carrots. So that's a carrot. How to, yeah, so that's a carrot, for instance. I'm making a carrot, a little bigger one, because I want each carrot to look differently. Oh yeah, there's another one. So here they are, and I have a third one. I think 3 are fine, like to give in as a gift. I'm going to wear the sweater for a Christmas party from work. I'm already changing the bags from Halloween to a Christmas theme, and I'm knitting my husband's socks. Probably he will not going to watch this because when he doesn't have time like me. So I think they're really cool, and I mean colors, it's like I took it without even thinking, but I think it gives like kind of a very old Christmassy vibe, which I'm so thrilled about. So if you're interested, it's 922 from Drops, Fable print. And I have 2 bowls, so I may have leftovers, so I can make socks for my little girl and for my little boy, and maybe have the matchy under the Christmas tree for them as a gift. So that's on my thing. Obviously, I would want to knit some sweaters. If I have editing time, I would want to knit this. I would want to knit this one too. I haven't paid money for it, but oh. I'm not sure, do I have any more that I'm kind of towards, but if I do, maybe over here. I'm stopping and starting because I'll be editing on my phone, and this is the easiest way for me to do and the quickest way to do. I told you about this, I told you about the carrots, I told you about tutorial. Is there anything else I'm missing? I hope I'm not missing anything. What else I'm wearing over here? I'm wearing my hat. This is my design, in case you ever wonder. Also kind of gives a vibe of a Christmas. I actually designed it for Christmas, during the Christmas. So here it is. I love it so much. And I pair it with also my design, which is Lights and Twigs shawl, because literally -2. And we had snow. So, oh yeah, maybe I'll show you some footage. We are building a snowman in Ireland, so check that out. Can you see this lovely lady? A snowman! Yay! So hopefully you have seen that we built a snowman. I was really wanted my little one to see the snow, because you know, see it on the paper but not in real life, so when we were able to do that. You may have noticed they were wearing Elf, Full of Minis hat, which I knitted them back. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for December. Are you going to knit something in December? Normally I would knit, 2 years ago I knitted Full of Minis hat. Last year I knitted socks, Christmas light socks, brilliant idea. Maybe I'll do that again, because it's something really small and I could actually commit to it. I actually can do it. But I could knit a sweater for my little one too. I presume will be the same number of stitches and stuff. Have you ever counted stitches with how many stitches you approximately use for sock? I need to do it one day. I need to do it one day. I need to do it one day. I'll do it one day. I'm going to kind of roughly count how many stitches. Anyway, okay, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Check the links down below. Hopefully I put it there. If I didn't, let me know too. That way I'll go back to it whenever I can and then add anything. So yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy this one, and hope you're going to enjoy my shorts. And I'm not sure when I'm going to go back to you, but if this kind of works out, that I can edit and do this everything, and you're fine with this background, let me know down below that you don't really care. Because I probably shouldn't be worried, but I'm a human being. I'm just a human being. So I hope you enjoy November 2024, and you cannot wait for December 2024. And let me know what your plans are, what you're knitting for gifts. Give me some ideas, and yeah, let's dream. Somehow I'm having energy to knit sweaters. It just, where do you buy yarn? Costs and stuff. European Union, probably for me, because customs, no way. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye.